Hi, my name is Bruno, PDGA number 55052. I'm originally from New Jersey, but right now I'm living out in Oceanside, California in San Diego. I'm going to show you my in the bag for the end of the 2018 season. I've been throwing all discraft and DGA for the past 3 years with it. My bag has changed a little bit throughout the past couple of years, but a couple of discs have been pretty much the same throughout. My style of play is a little different than a lot of people. I don't really throw backhand too often. I throw a lot of tomahawks and anti-flex flicks and just hyzer flicks. I do throw mids a little bit. I'm going to show you my bag now. So when I start with my putters, the main putters that I use for inside the circle, outside the circle, jump putts on a windy day are going to be Steady Ed beatless. These came out in the summer. I got these right when they came out and fell in love with these right away. They have a nice tacky feel to them, and I'm really excited to see what these come out in different plastics. This other putter is kind of more of a utility putter. It used to be my putting putter. It's the Discraft Tutor, the P-U-T-T apostrophe R from Discraft. It's an understable putter, kind of flies like a lid. This thing is my approach. It just hits and sits. It doesn't really roll away too often. This thing is also great for little jump approaches and jump putts. The next disc I'm going to show are going to be some other putters that I throw. A lot of my bag is overstable that you're going to see for the rest of it. These putters are glow breakers. These I love for forehand approaches. They just go dead straight for me. Anything under 100 feet, I just throw these things and they just go dead straight and just get a little skip forward for me. The next thing is a zone. These things are amazing. Everyone should have one of these in the bag. They are a great disc. They are so dependable. This ESP, this is an old ESP zone. This thing I'm able to put on a little anti-flex line with it, but I know it's going to be coming back, or put on a hyzer line. It's been a go-to approach disc for me. Another one I put in is the Crystal Zone, Z-Zone. This thing is beefy. This thing is great for dependable. I put it into a headwind, doing a sidearm with it. Don't really throw this too often backhand, but definitely for sidearm approaches. The next discs that I have in my bag are some backhand discs. This is the Ace-Ray system this past year, the Soul. This is a disc new to my bag that I've been trying to work in for an understable mid-range. I really haven't had one in my bag, and something I've been trying to work on is throwing a backhand mid in my bag. The next is a first run Buzz. I got this almost a year ago now, and I've been falling in love with this thing. This thing is so dependable. It's just going to be going straight with a nice little fade at the end for backhand for me. It's one disc that I'm starting to have a little more trust in throwing backhand. Another one that's been in my bag for a long time now is this Glow Buzz OS. This is a great one for headwind, anything backhand approach. We pretty much known as Buzz OS. Another one, this is another mid-range, is going to be this Color Glow Quake. This thing is beefy and it's able to take the torque that a Buzz OS isn't able to take. This has very high-speed torque resistant, and I'm able to sidearm this thing just as like I am with some of my fairways or some drivers even with it. It has tremendous glide. It's a great disc to try out. Next disc I'm going to show you guys are going to be the discs that I use for my backhand shots. This is a Vulture that I got from Austin Turner at GBO. It's one of his Glow ESP ones. This thing has been my go-to backhand disc. If I do throw backhand, it is going to be one of the Vultures. A little understable disc, this is probably the only understable disc that I have in my bag, are going to be these two Thrashers. And these ones are pretty stable for the Thrashers, for the plastic-wise. This one is a Crystal Z Thrasher. And this is a Valerie Jenkins ESP Glow Thrasher. This one is a little more stable than this one. This one I'm able to get hyzer flip and just pop it up and it goes pretty straight for me. The next disc I throw backhand are Forces. I have 3 Forces in here. This is an old Players Cup Sparkle Z Force. This thing is nice and beat in. It's able to get nice, I already know it's going to come back. It has a nice fade, but it's able to come and S out for me. That same as this blue gummy limited edition first run one. And this one is the same thing. It won't get a big skip, but I know it's going to be dependable and come back for me for my backhand hazards. A big bomber one for backhand is going to be my big Z-Force. This thing I'm able to put out an anti-line and it holds it out there and gets a big full flex with it. This is a great disc to try it out. The next disc that I'm going to show you are the discs that I throw probably most often. I throw these for my approach shots like somebody would for a backhand approach. Are going to be my overhand discs. I throw these for tomahawks and thumbers, but I pretty much only stick to tomahawks with it because I throw a lot of sidearms for my thumber approach shot. This is an old Z flick. This is I love for just hit and sit. It's old and it has a little give to it with it. Another flick that I throw for overhand is this bar stamp one. This Z one's a little more stable than this one, but it is very reliable. I know it's going to come back, and got an ace with a couple times for both of these discs. The next one is a Z Glow flick. This thing is a little beefier and able to get a little more distance with it, but I can get a little bit of a roll with it. So I'm looking to get a roll at the end or get a nice skip with it. If I want to get some distance with my overhands, I really like the Dishcraft Z Venom. This thing is amazing. It's able to get a huge pan out like a Nuke OS with the overstability with it, but without the wear and tear with the big rim. It's a little smaller of a rim, and this thing is great for an overhand. The last one I use is this 163 Z Glow Nuke OS. It still has the stability, but it has a lighter weight, and if I'm able to throw downhill with it, these tomahawks can go a long way with it. The main throw that I do predominantly is also a sidearm. I throw a lot of Nuke OS's, but there is also a machete that I do throw. I throw a first run Z. This thing is nice and stable for me. If I'm looking to throw under like 350 with a sidearm, I'm throwing a machete, and it just has a nice little turn, and it's going to have a reliable fade every single time. These things are flat as a board, they're great. Another one that's been in the bag for a little bit now is the Z Flex. These things are the most overstable discs that I've ever thrown, and I throw a ton of different Nuke OS's. This thing is so reliable, great for thumbers, and if I need a disc to come back, I know this one will. And the next thing is all the Nuke OS's that I throw for sidearm. I really like Nuke OS. Once I started throwing these in North Carolina, that's where I first started throwing, I fell in love with them. This is an old ESP one. This has been my go-to one for a little bit. It has a little bit of turn with it, but it has the same fade that Nuke OS has. These, I carry a couple duplicates. With my Zuka, I carry a couple. That's the big, great thing about having a Zuka, is able to carry more extra discs. So I carry two of these Z Flex Nuke OS's. These are really beefy. I throw these on almost roller lines, and they come out, or throw like a backhand hyzer, and just come out with it with a nice fade at the end. Next Nuke OS that I throw are the first run Nuke OS's. These things have a little more turn mid-flight for me. These are my max distance sidearm discs. These things can go a really long way if I get the right angle with it. And the last disc, this is my main go-to sidearm disc, is the Z Nuke OS. These blue ones, all three of these are the same run. They are flat as a board. They are extremely overstable, and these are my most dependable discs. I throw these for approach shots all the way to over 400 feet for distance strikers. And that's my bag. I just wanted to talk about things I wanted to improve on for this next season coming up. Really going to be trying to work in the mid-game and putters going backhand. Some discs I wanted to try out are the Plastic Atlas Habit and the MJ ESP bangers that came out, just for getting a different approach disc for a backhand instead of throwing too many tomahawks with it. Also, something that I wanted to improve on is the videos that I'm going to be coming out with. I recently graduated from physical therapy school. I got my doctorate in physical therapy, and I'm going to be coming out with a few videos on off-season training, and also some exercises and stretches to do pre-round for it. So check out those videos, and also I'm going to be doing a breakdown on some overhands on a tomahawk and some anti-flex flip. Just want to say thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any comments for improvement or anything. I also want to say thanks to Team Flyer Disc Golf. I've been with them for the past year, and the Flyer Open is coming up this next weekend, so check out the coverage. Central Coast Disc Golf is going to be coming up. And I also want to say thank you to Discraft for making amazing plastic and the most consistent plastic out there. Thanks. Bye.